Hello everybody and welcome to another Train Sim World 2 news video. Today I'm just going to be doing a quick look at an article that they released. Don't worry, the review of the live stream from last night should be out later on in the day, but quickly I thought this article deserved a bit of attention. Pretty much, the rundown of the article is that the release date for Train Sim World 2 has now been delayed, and I can't remember exactly what it is. It says off the top of my head. It says it in the article, so we'll find out. But the release date for Train Sim World 2 has been delayed, and I'll obviously be sort of discussing why I reckon this is a good thing, and I'll be giving you my initial thoughts on the article because I read the article before the live stream, so I sort of had an idea of what was going to be happening, and then I'll give you a slight bit more information on the whole delay later on in the next video. So without further ado, let's get going. Train Sim World 2 update. Important update regarding the release date and preserved collections. Right, this is the key thing here. Release date and preserved collections. They're making a change to these. Over the past weeks, we've listened to your feedback around the announcement of Train Sim World 2. The response so far has been extremely helpful, and we cannot wait to get the new game into your hands. It is your feedback, specifically regarding Preserve Collection, that has led to today's announcement. Now, this is important. They've listened to the community on this one, which is excellent. This is what we were sort of asking for from the very start. The existence of Train Sim World 2 add-ons were initially planned to be preserved only, so that you could keep your collection with you in Train Sim World 2 without having to swap games. So that means you could basically obviously only have one game installed, and you can uninstall Train Sim World Classic, and then you know, you job done sort of thing. No more to think about it. You can play it as it is, when it is, whenever you like sort of thing. Where was I? Oh, following your feedback, it was clear that you wanted more from this. To that end, we will be taking extra time to include additional functionality so that Preserved Collection content can be used in Train Sim World 2 with the Scenario Planner. Now, if you remember a few weeks back when they announced Train Sim World 2, one of the key things they mentioned is that the Preserved Collection would be preserved. End of. No more. Nothing extra. Now, this is very key, because now they've basically gone back on that word, thanks to the community saying, actually, we really want to be able to use this content in our current routes and be able to actually get more out of it, which I've said before. I know I've definitely covered that on this channel. I said, why can't we use the content? You know, what's the point of not being able to use it? But now they've gone back and they've actually said, yes, we've listened, we've heard you. We are actually going to let you use the content where you want it, which is an excellent move. What does this mean? You'll be able to use your existing add-ons alongside Train Sim World 2 content and future add-ons when creating new scenarios. Plan custom scenarios on routes like East Coastway with your favourite loco. Take the DB-BR425 from that Rain to Ruhr on that route, Colne-Aachen route. So basically, you'll be able to take a route from a preserved collection item, so something that was from Train Sim World 2, Train Sim World 2020, sorry, and you can use that 2020 content on Train Sim World 2 routes. Vice versa, you can also use Train Sim World 2 on Train Sim 2020 content as well. Or, for those feeling rebellious, you can go off the rails. Now, this I'll discuss more about off the rails in the live stream. But basically, on the live stream reaction, sorry. But basically, this is what I was saying about the first live stream. Sorry, the last live stream regarding CSX. They basically are now giving you the option to be able to use your content anywhere, wherever you like, how you like, so you don't need to follow certain scripting and stuff. So you can use an electric train on a diesel route, for example. Defy the laws of physics and run anything anywhere. If you want to run the Lear M3 on the Bakerloo line, we're not stopping you. Now, this, again, is an excellent move. I love the idea of this. In practice, how useful is it going to be? Probably not. Let's be perfectly honest. You're unlikely to actually take a CSX train down the Bakerloo line. You'll do it once. You maybe do it twice. You might even do it 3 times if you're feeling particularly rebellious. But beyond that, you're not actually going to do it. Let's be honest. But the fact that you can is what makes this so special. That's the thing. There's a fine line between, yeah, are you actually gonna be able to do it, and, or, you know, are you gonna want to do it, and can you do it if you want? And the what if is the one there, because you can now set up entirely fictitious scenarios that make absolutely no sense, but are just fun to drive. To achieve this, we've had to look at both the release date of Train Sim World 2, both the release date for Train Sim World 2, our working from home schedule during COVID-19, and factorise in the additional work required to bring the Preserve Collection into Train Sim World 2. The decision has been made to move the release date of Train Sim World 2020 to 20th of August 2020. So it was the 6th, it's now the 20th. I believe that's maybe 3 weeks later or something. So it's, to be honest, for the extra content, for the extra ability to use the content, I'm all for that. I have no problems. There are plenty of people out there who are saying, oh, DCG haven't kept their promise, and this is a great start for the game. And you know what? Yeah, that's true. They promised us that it would be released on the 6th. And they've not kept that promise. It doesn't really show a good light on them. But for what they're doing, the fact that they are bringing us this extra content, because it doesn't have to just be sort of, you know, you can use the old content for a reasonable use sort of thing. So if you want, I don't know, let's say you want to put your Class 20 on your Trans-Pennine route, for example, then you can. Or, you know, before that just wasn't possible because you couldn't do anything with the preserved content. Basically, the preserved content was useless before. Now it can actually be used. First phase of the Preserve Collection add-ons will be released alongside the game. Now, this is key as well. This is one thing I said. I still think it's a downside that they're not releasing all the content at the same time. I kind of get why they're not. But at the same time, I do think it'd be a bit of a problem. But it's nice that they're actually confirmed now that we will get certain Preserve Collection items in immediately. We'll release alongside the game with more to follow in the coming months. There'll be no change to pricing, and your existing add-ons will still be free to download in Train Sim World 2 as they become available. Your collection comes with you. Here's what you can look forward to in the first 2 Preserve Collection phases. So they've already confirmed, which is another good thing. They know what's coming, and we know what's coming now. So the East Coast Way, the Peninsula Corridor, 2 of the cow trains, and 1 of the German routes. All these 5 are going to be at launch in Train Sim World 2. Everything else from Train Sim World 1, you'll have to play Train Sim World 2020 in order to play them other content items. Next, they're doing the Tees Valley, then they do it, and the Class 31, the Class 20, so basically the Tees Valley collection is coming. No Long Island Railroad, which is good, and the Lear 3, Lear M3, the Signord, that one, and the BR155. So, yeah. After that, we'll obviously see what happens. I'm kind of surprised they didn't include Great Western Express in there anywhere. I thought they might have put that a high priority item. I know it's one of the oldest, however, so maybe that's why they chose not to. They want to get the newer stuff over so you could play with that sooner. You've paid for it more recently. I don't know exactly how they're doing, but it would be good. The remaining Preserve Collection content will be schedule will be confirmed when we launch Train Sim World 2. So this is just the beginning for the Preserve Collection. We can't wait to see what we do with it in the new scenario planner. In the meantime, we know you want to see more. We'll be continuing to provide weekly updates and screenshots on the run up to our launch. Next Train Sim World 2 stream, the community Q&A on the German route runs today, meaning yesterday, and I watched it and I've made the notes, and there'll be a video out on that like I said before. And the first look at the scenario planner, which indeed they said they gave us. So yeah. So what do I make of this? I'm sure you can tell I'm ecstatic that they've actually decided to use the Preserve Collection content properly now. I am slightly upset that the Preserve Collection can't be used in the the livery planner, the livery designer. I'm slightly upset you can't use it in the livery designer. I think that would be the next step that they'll need to do. I really do, because I think that's quite a downside. But I have just thought of something, actually. I wonder if you can make a livery in the livery designer and then take it out of the game, as people have been doing now already, like sort of going through the files and stuff. Reskin it in a photo editing software such as GIMP or Photoshop or whatever else you use, and then put it back in the game as that reskin. I'm wondering if that's possible. Maybe you can just make a completely blank reskin and then design your own livery outside the game. I never thought of that before. That's quite that's something to really think about. That might be possible. That's a interesting point. Anyway, yeah, I'm really pleased they've made this move. I think it was the right move to delay the launch date. I really do. I mean, I'm as gutted as everybody else that I can't drive the Bakerloo line on the 6th, but I really think it was the best move they could have done in order to get the Preserve Collection across properly. But let me know your sort of opinions in the comments. Do you think they should have done it differently? Do you think they should have launched with just the 3 items and then given us the Preserve Collection later, or what? Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye!